Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Megan. This yoga class is for your 30th week of pregnancy and is part of a yoga series where I guide you week by week through your pregnancy journey. Affirmation for week 30 is I can tolerate discomfort. So, in this class, we'll be holding poses a little bit longer than we're used to, maybe comfortable doing so. And this will be a great class for helping to prepare us for labor and delivery by using our breath as a tool. So as we get into the poses and they're getting challenging, we're going to rely on the breath to help anchor us, help settle us, help guide us through the pose, much like we'll try to do when we're in labor, breathing through our contractions. In addition to the breath, I want us to think about our internal dialogue. So the things that we're saying to ourselves when things get challenging, both on the mat, off the mat, and as we go into labor. So shifting the self-talk from this is too hard, I can't do this, to I'm strong, I can tolerate discomfort. Any of the other affirmations that we've spoken about, that we've used throughout this series, and anything else that comes to mind. So we'll practice together. Grab your mat, grab any props you'd like to use, and we'll get started. So we'll start in a comfortable seated position. Take your time to settle in here. We will be here for a little bit, taking a little bit of a longer meditation, if you will, time to focus on the breath and sit in stillness, which can also be a pose that is uncomfortable for some people, many people, to sit in silence and just be with ourselves. So we're going to practice that with our breath. We'll, we'll do it together. As you settle in, let your hands fall where it feels comfortable, and you'll close your eyes or soften the gaze. Feeling the rise of the crown of the head on the inhale, rounding down of the sit bones on the exhale. Scanning the body to take note of any areas of tension. And seeing if you can breathe into those spots and then some extra love to those areas. Maybe some attention to softening the face, relaxing the shoulders down, sending some breath and some love to the lower back, perhaps the hips. And as the mind starts to wander, can you bring yourself back to the present with the breath? Resisting the urge to fidget, resisting the urge to perhaps fast forward the video into the meat and potatoes of the class, right? Or so what we think sometimes, the asana portion. Can you be here right now in the present? We'll take 5 more deep breaths. I'm going to stop talking for a moment. I'll bring you back. Gently blinking the eyes open, maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes, letting go of that meditation and how you think you did. You did perfectly fine. Let's inhale the arms up, exhale the arms down. So we'll take some time to warm up our bodies here before we get into some of those standing postures that we're going to hold. Inhale, arms up, exhale, arms down. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Nice big stretch, maybe reaching towards the right, reaching towards the left, and exhale, arms down. I'm going to remove what I'm sitting on here. Let's extend the legs out in front of us. We were seated for quite some time. Windshield wiper the feet back and forth, feeling this all the way up into the hips. Pointing the toes and flexing the toes. Maybe making some circles with the feet. Few circles one way, few circles the other way. And then we'll plant our feet down, wider than hips distance. Let the knees fall to the left. Come through center, knees fall to the right. And you can go as fast or slow as feels good. You can linger on one side, just gently warming up the body. Evening out our sides. Hair back. And then we're going to find our way into tabletop position. Hands and knees pose. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, but it might feel good to widen the knees a little bit or a lot of it wider than hips distance. That might feel better on the hips. And then we're going to come into some hip circles, finding a circular motion with the hips. Maybe practicing linking the breath with the movement. If you're going to the left, maybe inhaling forward into the left, exhaling back into the right. And then as you get forward, we'll just reverse those circles. So going to the left, you'll go to the right, and vice versa. And then stopping in center, widening those knees if you haven't already, shifting the hips forward and shifting the hips back. So hips forward, hips back, almost into a child's pose. Rocking forward and back, maybe 2-3 more times. And then from center, from tabletop position, I'm going to step right foot to the right side of my right hand. So on the outside of both hands. And we'll bend and straighten through right leg a little bit. Option to grab your blocks if you have them handy. Again, linking breath with movement, maybe inhaling as you bend the knee, exhaling as you find a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Not forcing anything, just seeing where our body wants to go. And then with the knee bent, we'll inhale our arms up, reaching up with the fingertips, relax the shoulders down. One more deep breath here. We open the heart towards the sky a little bit. And then hands come down to the mat or blocks. Right knee back, left foot forward to the left side of the mat. And we'll find some bending and straightening through the left leg. With left knee bent, we'll inhale, arms up. Reaching up with fingertips, relaxing down with the shoulders, energy coming out through the fingertips. Nice strong base of support through the legs. Left foot, right knee. Maybe gazing up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, hands come down. Keep the bend in the left leg. And we step right leg forward into a low yogi squat, into a malasana position. Maybe easier said than done. But however you want to get there, we're going to come into the squat position. You can sit on a block. That feels good. Opening up the hips. You can shift side to side. And then hands down towards the mat or block, slowly straightening both legs into a forward fold. The generous bend to the knees here. Hands might find opposite elbows and we'll sway side to side. Nice release for the lower back. Keeping the knees bent, release the arms, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders loop back, finding our Tadasana pose. We'll flow a few times here just to really warm up the body. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, arms down towards the mat or blocks. As you inhale, find some length through the spine as you flatten the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. And hands to the heart. One more time like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. And hands to the heart. Again, stance is wider than hips distance here to make room for belly. So that'll be different person to person. So don't even compare yourself to me, or what feels right in your body. Moving on from here, we're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink the hips back, finding a chair pose. Starting to dip into some of these more challenging postures. And I know this is one of those poses that becomes immediately challenging the moment you're in it. We feel the fire in the legs. Start to harness that breath. Sinking the hips back. Less weight in the toes, more weight in the heels. Focusing on where your mind is going. So you might be thinking, how much longer are we going to be here? And that might be true for our contractions too. How long is this going to last? Can we focus on the breath? Just when you think you can't stay a second longer, can you sink the hips down one more inch? You're strong. Exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs. So not judging ourselves on how long we held it or where our mind went. It's all just practice. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. And hands to the heart. Bring our hands actually down by our side. Left hand is going to stay by our left side. Right arm sweeps up towards the sky. And exhale, stretch towards the left. Nice side body stretch. Coming up through center, right hand down, left arm sweeps up. And exhale towards the right. Inhale up. Exhale, hands float down. Both arms up on the inhale. Exhale, we're going to find that chair pose once again. Guys have got this. You focus on that affirmation. I can tolerate discomfort. Hold longer than we think we can. Left arm is going to reach back, right arm forward. Both arms come up as we don't lose the bend in the knees. Right arm back, left arm forward. Right arm comes back up. Can you sink down one more inch? You soften the breath. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep both arms up. And hands to the heart, to our side. Maybe shaking out the legs. Letting go of that asana. Maybe sway side to side a bit. Shake it out. And we're going to move on from here. Grab a quick sip of water. All right, and from the top of our mat, we're going to step our left foot back, right toes forward, jumping right into warrior two. So energy through the fingertips here, right knee is bent. Now, if this is just not working for you today, you can come into a modified warrior two on the mat. No shame in making it accessible to yourself. Maybe we're standing, breathing heavily. Feel the strength in your legs. Feel the energy through the fingertips. Maybe sinking down an inch lower through the right leg. Feeling those quad muscles burning. Telling yourself, you can do this. I had a yoga teacher, I think, tell me once, or tell the class once, the moment you want to get out of a pose is the moment the pose begins. Take that with a grain of salt. One more breath here. And then without losing the bend in the right leg, we're gonna flip the right palm and reach back towards the left, reversing our warrior. Right leg is gonna wanna straighten. Can you keep the bend? And on the next exhale, you can straighten that leg. I'm gonna bend back into it. Arms coming through center, right forearm to thigh or to a block, finding our extended side angle. The energy in the pose here. So instead of sinking down towards the mat, can you lift up, up, up with the left fingertips? Maybe gazing towards left fingertips. And then left hand is gonna come down. We're gonna pivot the toes to face forward. Finding a wide-legged forward fold for a moment. You can kind of bend side to side, release the legs, release crown of the head down towards the mat if that feels okay for you. Taking a moment, letting go of that side. Feeling the heartbeat a little bit faster. And slow down the breath. And then pivoting the left toes towards the left, bending left knee. We're going to windmill up to our warrior two on the other side. Find that nice strong warrior two. Bend that left knee. Don't be shy. Settling in, energy through the fingertips, and tapping into the breath. Strong body, strong mind, strong legs. You sink an inch deeper into left leg. Whew. Keep that bend in the leg as you flip left palm. Exhale, reverse our warrior. Don't let that left leg straighten. And on the next exhale, you can straighten the leg. Maybe you have already. It's okay. We're just practicing. You don't have to hold as long as I am. We're going to try to do our best, but listening to our body first and foremost. Thinking back into that warrior two position, and then left forearm to thigh or to the mat or block, extended side angle. And then right arm is going to come down. You will pivot the left toes to face the long side of the mat along with your right, finding that wide-legged forward fold once again. Taking a few deep breaths here, letting go of the left side. And then toes are going to come out, heels in. We're gonna bend the knees, sweep the arms up for a goddess posture. Last little oomph strength pose here. So do the best you can. Bending through both knees. Find a position with the arms that works for you. So maybe out to the side. Maybe we cactus the arms. You can come into eagle arms if that feels good. Maybe finding some movement in the arms, changing from arm posture to arm posture can help distract us a little bit. The burning in the legs. Using that breath, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose or mouth. Inhaling. Exhale, can you sink an inch deeper? One more breath. Legs are shaking maybe. And inhale, arms straighten, legs straighten. Big star pose. Let the arms fall down. Heel toe the feet in a little bit. Toes out, heels still in. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, we'll bend the knees, coming all the way down to that squat pose again. Hands at the heart. If you're like me, your heart is beating very fast. Working hard. And just taking a moment to let go of those postures. So letting go of any judgment about how we did. You did great because you were trying and you were breathing. So you didn't hold the poses as long as me. If you took rest breaks, that's totally okay. It doesn't mean you're going to be better or worse at labor. This is all just practice. More deep breaths here. And we'll come down all the way towards the mat. Soles of the feet together, knees wide, sitting up nice and tall. And then exhaling, finding a little bit of a forward fold, keeping the length of the spine, maybe gazing past the toes. Coming back up, keeping the left leg in, right leg will come out towards the right. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, stretching towards right leg. Starting to cool down. And coming up, right leg in, left leg out. Sweeping arms up on an inhale. Exhale, stretching towards left side. And coming through center. Coming back to the seated, easy position, maybe sitting on a bolster, blanket, block. Closing the eyes. And back into in silence. In a moment to say something kind to yourself. Maybe thank you for showing up today. Thank you for moving your body. Thank you for trying your best. Trying something new, trying something hard. Bring your left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly. As you inhale, send some love to your baby. Exhale, feel your baby sending love back to you. Inhale, sending love to baby. Exhale, baby sending love back to you. Let's bring both hands to our belly and just take 3 more deep breaths together before we close out. More breaths, holding your sweet baby. And then hands come together, heart center. You can repeat after me if it feels good. I can tolerate discomfort. I can tolerate discomfort. I am strong. I am capable. I am confident. Keep the eyes open. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I will see you next week for week 31. Awesome job. Namaste.